As you can see guys, today I'm actually going to start this analysis by looking at the price action Bitcoin in a daily time frame, and along with that I'm also going to include this re-accumulation phase from Wyckoff that could be playing out right now for Bitcoin, because if you monitor the price movement, you can see the price of Bitcoin has seen some sort of a weakness to move in an upper direction, and today we have also witnessed this price pullback type of scenario. So if this price pullback is going to continue, which price level are we looking at? Or if this is going to play out as a reacting phase from Wyckoff, then what could be unfolding next for Bitcoin? And I personally also believe that this reacting phase with uprise is one scenario that could be actually unfolding next for Bitcoin. And this is not a financial advice, guys. This is just my way of looking at this price action. Before I dive into this chart, I want to show you some example regarding this Wyckoff's reacting phase. Okay, so you can see there are different type of reacting phase from Wyckoff. The one which we are looking at is this reaccumulation phase with uprise, because among these reacting phase types, this one is one of the strongest one, because here you see a lot of shakeout happening. And the reason why this shakeout actually happens around this price level, because right now if you look in our case, you can see after this ST, which is secondary test, the price is witnessing some sort of a pullback, and this pullback could be absolutely normal, because according to this example, you can see around this ST there are going to be plenty of shakeout type of scenario before we see an actual price movement here in an upward direction. And why around this ST area, I also have a definition for that, because ST is a secondary test in which price revisits the area of the SC. SC is the selling climax, to test the supply and demand balance at this level. If a bottom is to be confirmed, volume and price spread should be significantly diminished as the market approaches support in the area of SC, the selling climax. And it is common to have multiple ST after SC. So in our case, this here is the SC area, the shakeout scenario, right? And after this SC, it is very common to have multiple ST areas. So this is also flashing us that, hey, now around this area, we could see some more shakeout type of scenario before we see an actual price movement in this manner. Because if this is going to play out as a reacting phase from Wyckoff, then the price pullback what we are witnessing should be absolutely fine. And not only that, guys, I've also included these two exponential moving average. One here is the 21 exponential moving average, and the another one is the 50 exponential moving average. So now if you look at this price structure here, you can see, guys, the price of Bitcoin is again finding support at this 21 exponential moving average, which is sitting around 56,700 price level, right? You can see that very clearly. And if we also would see any sort of a price pullback, this is going to be absolutely normal, because you can see here this shakeout is going to be a part of this reactive phase process, and after that we are going to see some movement after we jump across the creek line here. That's why, guys, that's why right now any sort of a price pullback, we know we could be focusing around this 50 exponential moving average. So this 50 exponential moving average could be our final price support area before we see another massive move here in an upper direction, because we are aware when the price of Bitcoin found support from this 50 exponential moving average, the price also turned very bullish after that. So that's why this 50 exponential moving average is going to be our final target before we again see another move here in an upward direction according to this Wyckoff's reaccumulation phase with uprise, because this is also exactly what we are actually doing right now. So that's why we should be absolutely fine, even if we are going to see some more price pullback, which could bring us around this 50 exponential moving average. And this 50 exponential moving average right now is around 53,000 price level. So let's see how this one is going to play out. And if you are aware, guys, we have also talked about this ascending channel along with this Fibonacci retracement level, because I said you guys on my previous video, any sort of a price pullback where we could be getting gravitated towards the lower line of this ascending channel, because in the previous Bitcoin price action, you can see every time when we had this pullback, the lower line of this ascending channel acted as a very strong support, and after that we got a really nice bounce here, right? So now since the price of Bitcoin is also approaching the lower line area, I even give you this one scenario which could be also forming a double bottom after finding support at this price level. But we are also aware with this example here from reaccumulation phase from Wyckoff, any sort of a price pullback, this 50 exponential moving average is going to be one final pullback before price starts moving in an upper direction. And if this lower line is not going to act as a support and we are going to see another pullback towards this 0.5 Fibonacci level, then we are also aware this 0.5 Fibonacci level is also around 53,000 price level. So now with this 50 exponential moving average, right, which is also sitting around 53,000. We know now we have a very strong support around this 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level and also this 50 exponential moving average. And after that, we could be starting a new move here in an upward direction, because if you look to the downside, the indicators are actually flashing some bearish scenario. The RSI is still above 50, but you can see the momentum is fading away. We are approaching this middle line, which is 50 level. Bearish MACD cross, we are saying that very clearly here. You can see this is a bearish MACD cross. So as I've already said in my previous video, any sort of a pullback, we are focusing around the lower line area, and now this 50 exponential moving average, which is sitting around 53,000 price level. So this is what I see right now looking at the price action Bitcoin in a daily time frame. Now let's also look in 4-hour time frame. Before I switch into another chart, I would really appreciate if you could just take 2 seconds of your time and smash the like button. And for those individuals watching this video for the first time, definitely hit the subscribe button and the bell. And also let me make you aware that Bybit right now is giving around $200 bonus to those individuals who sign up using my ref link down below. This is only for our subscribers. So if you want to take advantage of some bonuses and trade with free money, then definitely check this out. So guys, let's switch the chart. In a 4-hour time frame, guys, I did talk about this symmetrical triangle scenario that was playing out for Bitcoin. I said you, every time when we had this price movement and price pullback towards the lower line area of this symmetrical triangle, we found a really nice support and price headed towards the upper line area of this symmetrical triangle. After getting rejection from the upper line area, we tested the lower line again, guys. You can see we tested the lower line before seeing another move here in an upper direction to reach the upper line area of this symmetrical triangle. And now, since we have got another rejection just like here, the price is also actually showing us the potential move towards the lower line area of this symmetrical triangle. And we are aware, right, this lower line is also around this 55,000 price level. So if this is going to see another pullback, right, we know the lower line here around this 55,000 is going to act as a very strong support. And after that, we could be actually approaching a very interesting part here. Why? Because you can see this symmetrical triangle is about to approach the end part. So after this symmetrical triangle, we could see possible breakout here in an upper direction, because we know around this 55,000 and also around this 53,000 we have a very strong support. And now let me also show you one very important scenario that is actually unfolding inside this area, and why this price pullback here to the lower line area could actually make a lot of sense. Let me show you with this example here, because if you monitor the price movement of Bitcoin here, guys, you will see when you look at the price action, we had a really nice inverse head and shoulder scenario playing out, right? If you look at this price action properly, you will see this was a really nice inverse head and shoulder. We broke the neckline area, right? Price had a really nice move in an upper direction. And now, if we look in our case right now, guys, this similar scenario could be playing out. I mean, if you look at this price action of Bitcoin in a 4-hour time frame and use again this inverse head and shoulder, you can see the price here could be forming another interesting scenario. I mean, this pullback here could be actually preparing ourselves for another inverse head and shoulder scenario playing out. So if this is also going to be a bigger inverse head and shoulder scenario, then according to this reacting phase from Wyckoff, there is also going to be a very likely scenario that we are going to break this resistance line around the 61,000 to 62,000. So if this is also going to play out as an inverse head and shoulder, if price is going to find support at this 55,000 price level, this is also going to be a double bottom scenario, right? Then you can see a lot of bullish scenario could be playing out next if we find proper support at this lower line area of this ascending channel, which is around 55,000. And also in a 4-hour time frame, this could be playing out as an inverse head and shoulder. So these are some of the scenarios I see right now looking at the price action Bitcoin in a daily time frame and also in a smaller time frame. So guys, this is it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope this video was helpful enough. If that's the case, then hit the like button, and for those individuals watching this for the first time, hit that subscribe button and the bell. So by saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anup. Bye bye guys.